Hey guys, it is Sharon with Little Britain Company, and I am back today with the beginning of my new series, Crafting with Temu. And we're actually going to start without doing a craft. We're going to start, or I'm going to start. I would love for you to join me in starting. I'm going to start by doing a little organizing. So with Temu, I've been getting a whole lot of the metal dies and the stamp sets, and they are beautiful and gorgeous, but they start to stack up, and I needed a way to have them well organized so it was easy for me to find what I wanted. And I actually found a video. I'm going to try to link it below, and I don't remember the woman's name right now. I'm sorry. I actually found a couple of videos, but this one woman was where I got this idea from. So it is all about taking one of these sort of cheap Dollar Tree photo albums, and we're going to cut it apart, and we're going to use it the same way you could use some of the more expensive die cut storage or stamp storage. Even Temu, which usually has such great prices, getting the storage for this can be a little bit on the pricey side, especially when you start to add up the number of things you need to store. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Look at how quickly that was. Shocking. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to show you how to do this, what I'm doing with it, and yeah, hopefully you'll find some value in that. And if you do, let me know. And let me know if you find something else that works just as well. So I'd love to hear it. Anyway, let's get going. Okay, so I'm gonna try to go, relatively quickly. So I take this great little album here, and I do like to pick out, I think I mentioned this in one of the other ones. I hope you can see the whole thing. I'm trying to do this so it's easy for me to see and for you to see. So I'm gonna start by taking out, now I don't actually have to take out the papers because I'm not sure I'm gonna use this part, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. So I'm gonna, because that's what I normally do. Take out the papers. I like to pick ones where I like what this one is so that I can reuse it. And you're gonna the same thing on the front and back. Quick and easy, easy peasy. I say that when I can't get it out. All right, so now I've got basically the original booklet, right? So I'm going to find dead center, which is right here. And you can see it's dead center because of this part. I'm going to pull out a little bit here so you can see a little bit more of it. Oh, maybe not. You can kind of see the edge of the camera. And pull it out a little bit more, and we'll see if we can get... I wish that was... Okay. Well, let's go with this, and I'm sorry about the camera. I mean the arm in the way. Okay, so we have this middle section. I'm going to start by very carefully pulling off. No, I'm not going to do it that way. I was going to do it that way, but I'm not going to. I'm going to start by cutting super duper carefully right along. Let me see if I can get you all in here. I'm cutting right along this section. What that is going to do is it's going to separate these pages without, yep. Okay, so it's separating the pages without destroying anything. So you can see I've got a really nice close section there. Now I've got to see if these are going to pull. Yep. So they pull right off. I want it to be nice and neat. And now I'm just going to pull these off. I don't want them to rip. That is, shoot. Let's go this way. I don't want them to rip. It is important that they not rip. So I'm going to be really careful as I pull these. And you can see, I think there's supposed to be 24 pages in here. So we're going to get some decent storage out of this. And I'm just, okay. So you get the gist. So let's take a look at what happens next. Okay, so now I went ahead and magically separated all of these pages. So I have however many pages there are here. I think it's, as I said, I think it's like 24. And to me, there's a different feel between the front and the back of each of these. And so the back feels a little bit more textury. I guess just the way it's coming through, because the front of this one is smooth and the back of it is not, of this one. So, so that's what I'm looking at. So this is the most easy thing in the world. So I'm going to take this guy. I say that. And then look what I do. So I'm going to take this guy, and he should fit. I'm just going to curl him a wee bit. And then slide him in. Done. Done deal. I do keep both pieces of this cello on there, just because it keeps the stamps from sticking to anything else. So that's one. Now, if this one had a matching die, I would put it on the back. And that way I could keep them together. I love that I can keep things together. So I've got, these are just so stinking cute. So I've got a couple of these. And again, I don't have the matching dies at the moment. I also, it's not going to bother me if some of them are particularly high or tall. It's not going to bother me. It may bother you all, and so you may have to sort of make some adjustments to your plans for some of these. Let me keep going with a couple of these. Now, I may run into one or two that really aren't going to fit. I'll show you what I do with those when I get to something. Let me grab a few more of these. I had quite a few waiting here to go. Well, let's do this one. So now I have this this stamp, and this is way too big to fit in here, of course. So I'm going to make a few adjustments to it. I'm literally just going to very, very carefully cut through some of this. I do not, of course, want to cut the stamp, any of the stamps themselves. I am cutting through both layers of cello so that I can get, get this nice and even. That makes sense. Get it nice and even. That makes sense, doesn't it? Okay. So what I may end up doing is cutting that down a little bit more. So, all right. So now we've got that first cut down. I want to realign this. This is what I'm calling this cello here. Okay. So now I'm just going to realign that just a little bit. Oh, I see why. So I'm not showing you what I'm doing. So I wanted to realign it. So I pulled it up, and it turns out it's just slightly too small for the space that it has. So that's okay. It's not a big deal. Okay. It's about as good as it's gonna get. Oh no, it's way off. That's as good as it's gonna get. Or we could do better. All right. That's probably as good as it's gonna get. Okay, let me get that out of my way. So now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just cutting through both sections, but being very, very careful not to cut any stamps. All right, so now I have this really cool record of books used. I'm going to stick this one in here, and there's room in here for more. So with this one, I'm going to see how much I can get in here. So there's room in there for more, and I can get a good portion of this next one in there, right? So I'm going to go ahead and I think what I'll do is I will cut right here. Now, very carefully because those are so tight together. Now this piece I will store here next to that one. Fits pretty close, right? Now I still have this piece, and it is still too big to fit here. So I'll realign it again. I keep realigning this thing. Okay, so now I'm going to cut this one, preferably without the glare. Now, because these are meant to go together, I will take this one and I'm just going to put this one in here. I'm going to put this one next to it on this side because I know that's not going to interfere with it. So what I have run into with this one, this particular stamp, is if I try, if I try to fit in these pieces, I may get some, I don't think it's going to really matter that much. Write it on your heart. Every day is the best day of the year. Cute. All right, so I actually am just going to go ahead and stick that one behind it. So now I have that whole stamp together. All of the different pieces for it are all together. So this, I'm going to do something similar first. I'm going to really try to line this one up. See, let's see if we can get this one right. Again, I say we. Apparently that's the royal we. We as in me and all of you wonderful people with me today. This is such a cute stamp. I really love this stamp. I really do. Let me see. I think I'm going to do a little, okay. I think if I cut it like this, now you're going to look at me funny because this is not going to be a straight cut. It is just not. There's no way for it to be. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just gonna carefully go around this. Okay. And y'all can, I really hope y'all can see what I'm doing. So stinking cute. Okay, so I hopefully, yes. So this cute little one fits in there, and this cute little one is going to fit back here. And it's adorable. And this one will sit right by the recipe books. I think you're still getting the glare. I can't help the glare. I don't know what's going on with that glare. So our next one is easy peasy because this one does not require any additional help. And since it doesn't have, that one actually I think has a die cut that goes with it, but I did not purchase it. Okay. There are a few of these where I think I'm going to go back and get the die cut just because it'll make it easier when I'm making cards and things. Okay, so once again, big one. We're going to cut around it. This one's even harder. Jiminy Cricket. All right, let me see if I can do this. Carefully, and I may not even be choosing the right ones to cut around. Okay. Let's see if this one will fit. I'm not sure. Maybe, maybe not. Oh yeah, plenty of room. So you can see, I love the ability to keep these together. So, next one are these cute mice, and of course they won't fit. I think with this one, I'm going to go this way. You can see I kind of pick and choose what I'm cutting off. not just, you know, will it fit? I really do kind of look for, what's the first thing? I look for the idea of what's the first thing I'm going to look for. So the first thing I'm going to look for is the cuteness factor. Wow. I am just having the worst day with stuff falling today. I swear I am. That was the planner. I said I had the recipes together. I didn't have the planners together. This one is so cute. I actually did just order the die cut for this one. They didn't have it when it came in before. But this one is so cute. Oh my golly. Love that one so much. Anyway, I digress. Okay. And then I have this recipe one, and I think I'm actually going to put this into more than one. All right. So, it's about as good as it's going to get. For this one, this is very, very tight. I'll tell you that. There we go. That's one. And I really want to make sure I get this one right. Okay. Here we go. This one's going to be number 2. I was just talking about this recipe one. Okay. I love it so much. All right, I think what I'm actually going to do with this one is put the 2 recipe pieces that way and put the writing in the back and still keep it together. I wasn't sure I was going to keep it all together. All right, so I've got all of that. Let's see if I can get, gracious me. Can you hear that? That is the sound of some of these die cuts. So along with doing the stamps, this works super good. Super good? Sure it does. For die cuts. So, you know, that one was very quick and easy. I can throw that in. Now, somewhere I have a bee die cut I'm going to put on the back of that. I'm going to move this out of the way for a minute. And then that's really just what I'm doing right now. I'm just filling them up with what fits. There's a lot here that fits. There are some pieces that won't. And I think I'm going to need to figure out the next step. But for right, well, not for right now. The truth is, most of my die cuts will fit in here. Maybe sticking out a little bit, but they'll fit in here, I think. There we go. And it's just a really good way to store them because I can see everything. And even when I take them apart, even when I break these pieces off, I could still put them all together in there and keep things, you know, better organized. At least this way I can kind of flip through it. And I'm going to show you the last thing that we're going to do today in just a second. I want to finish. I like to finish a job. I don't know. It's just weird, probably. But if I start it, I want to fill as many as I can and get those done. Some of these are too big, like this one. I love them so much, but they're too big right now. And I'll need to take those apart a little bit before I put them in here. I think the only thing I'm slightly concerned about is having pieces of the die cut come out. But I think I have a good answer for that one. So I like this one. I like all of them, of course. I certainly like them. I bought them, but some of them just strike me as super duper cute. I'm making earrings that look like this. The balloon dog. Oh my word. If you didn't see that Temu haul where I found this Alice in Wonderland, I love her. And I have a few other Alice type ones. Let me see if I have something else that's going to fit in here. I have some larger. Let's see if this one fits. Oh no, that's way too big. Okay, so that's actually all I have sitting next to me. I have more than enough that I'm going to fill this up with. So I'll move these out of the way. I will tell you, so this was the front and back. And when I was off camera, I just trimmed this really close. Now, there are a couple things I could do with this. One, I could just do something separate with it, but I could just slide maybe some of the die cuts in here. One thing I could do is I could use my scoreboard, score it here, make it into an envelope, so make it so that it will just simply fold over. And that would be a way to create one of those more specialized envelopes that you see on Temu and in other places too. Okay, so now that I've got all of these great things, what am I going to do with them? Well, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to pull this out a little bit more so you can see it a little bit better and see the messy dust behind it. Okay, so I'm simply going to take these wonderful things. I'm going to always take the big, if I've got something sticking out like this, I'm always going to move it. Oh, did I do that backwards? Of course I didn't do it backwards. I meant to do that so that would be the front. Here we go. So now this is so easy to flip through compared to all of it sitting inside basically a drawer and trying to sift through the drawer to find what I needed. And then with the dies, go right back here. And there, that's kind of the beginning. I found this cute little, this little container. I picked this up at Walmart, of all places. This is not a Dollar Tree find, but there are plenty of things like this. I wanted something that was slightly smaller. I didn't want anything too big. I wanted something that I could take this piece out and maybe put it along here. And then I could stack another one on top of it just to add to some of it, because I really, 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 really am getting a ton of stamps and I love them. Love, love, love them. But anyway, that's it. This is, you know, quick, easy peasy. I am so appreciative of the YouTuber who shared this so that I could see it and then share it with you. And again, I hope you guys give her some love and check out her station too. And that's it. So for today, I hope you have an absolutely amazing day or evening or morning or, you know, wherever you are right now in the world. I hope you're doing great. I really do. Okay, that's it for me today. I will see you next time. Cheers.